Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brother Eric at the end of our union time, helping the members out, Local 308 in the shops and beyond. I want to inform you all that the police are here. The general manager at Kimball shop has unlawfully removed the union rep from the information session with workers. Good afternoon, Chicago. Good afternoon, fellow CTA workers. Sorry about the noise over there. I'm a Local 308 union representative. I represent CTA workers in the maintenance division for the vehicles. That is the people that repair and clean CTA trains. I'm their union rep. The CTA has removed me from the premises via the Chicago Police Department for doing nothing but informing the CTA workers about their rights, being a support for them, informing them about the contract, informing them about how the CTA must provide clean and safe working conditions. I was not arrested, but now there's a report on me for trespass. Unfortunately, this will limit my activity inside the CTA properties. But right here on public property, the CTA mismanagement cannot silence the workers. Dear riders and fellow co-workers at the Chicago Transit Authority, the CTA has abandoned us. They have abandoned the riders and the workers. They are unjustly punishing my co-workers, keeping them in poverty. Just this morning, they wrote up 4 of my brave co-workers who for the first time had to remove graffiti from an entire 8-car train, from top to bottom. They said it wasn't good enough and wrote them up. For some of them, it was their first time. Imagine reaching up 20 feet, all the way down, to take paint and graffiti off of a train, working all day and all night with noxious chemicals. The chemicals were so thick, they were clogging up the drains. And then the manager says, not good enough. I'm writing you up. That's not very encouraging. In fact, it's disrespectful. They're punishing the CTA workers for getting sick. For getting sick, you get punished. You get written up. You're not even getting paid for it. We don't have any paid sick days at the CTA. None. None. We have a little short-term disability thingamabob, but it's really pretty much useless. And very limited. You don't even get the full pay. We're trying so hard to help the people of the city of Chicago get to where they need to go. But day after day, we're insulted and disrespected and brutalized by the CTA mismanagement. And then when we want to organize and build each other up according to union principles, we're punished for it. We're made afraid. Threatened, again, with more termination, police arrest. How do we fight an enemy that has no respect for our dignity in our contract? It seems hopeless sometimes. But if we stand up and fight for what's right at work, at the CTA, we can make the transit system work. But it's not going to work. The trains and the buses are going to continue to have bad service for the people because the employees are mistreated so awfully. My job as a union representative is to help my coworkers navigate the traps set by them, by the mismanagement at the CTA. You see, the nice thing about having a union job is when you have a union job, it's real hard for managers or the owners to fire you because you might be a different skin color, you might be a different religion, maybe you're in a different secret society, you speak a different language. No, when you have a union, the only thing they can fire you on is if you break the rules. So they know at the CTA that if they can catch us breaking a rule, a little teeny tiny rule, they can write us up. So they write us up, and then we start to get nervous. It's like, okay, am I going to get written up? Is this going to cause a problem? Is this going to cause a problem? And then they start to speed up the work. They say, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We need more. Here's less. And then when, like in my department, we say, hey, we don't have the right tools to get this done. They say, well, too bad. You got to make it work. So then we try to make it work. But guess what happens when you make it work and you don't have proper tools? You get hurt. You get hurt at work. This is what's happening to us. And then when we get hurt, we get written up. And when we get written up, we get fired. Working at the CTA in a full-time job is a real good opportunity. But right now, they're kind of cutting that from the bottom with all these part-time jobs, second chance program. They're making it harder and harder and harder for people in the city, especially black and Latino communities, to get out of the poverty cycle.
Sí, un poco. Quería saber sobre qué trabajo, tú. Sí. Si puedo ir a aplicar.
¿Por CTA?
CTA.
¿Quieres trabajar por CTA?
Entonces, no.
Necesitas usar el internet. Transit Chicago. Chicago.com.
CTA Chicago.com.
Transit. It's no tengo un tengo un lápiz.
Necesito papeles, necesito ahí.
Sí, necesitas papeles.
Ya, muchas gracias.
Ok, de nada, hermano. Adios. See, we always have people looking for an opportunity to work. But we got all this tax money going to wars and prisons. Not in trying to help people get out of poverty so they can have a chance to have a dignified job. That's what the Chicago Transit Authority provides. But they're trying to destroy that. All these part-time jobs, second chance, customer service assistant, flagman, all this stuff is poverty. We need to change that in our contract. And speaking of a contract, you know the CTA workers on the rail and the bus right now, we don't have, in the largest union, we don't have a contract right now. We don't have a contract. So we're speaking up, we're saying we got to have a contract, but we have to have a contract that has things like paid sick days. We got to have paid sick days. Right now we're being punished for that. We got to have clean and safe working conditions. It's very difficult to organize and fight for these things when your employer is violating labor laws. Here you can't post a flyer in a locker room talking about working conditions and they threaten to fire you. That's illegal. A bathroom is not a workplace, brothers and sisters. A locker room is not a workplace. They're taking our rights away from us, punishing us for punishing us. Punishment doesn't make people better. Invest in people and they become better. And that's what we're trying to tell the Chicago Transit Authority. Chicago Transit Authority needs to invest in the people that work here. Right now they're disinvesting in us. They're hurting us. And as a union representative, it's my job to help them fight back. And that's why I'm out here. Sharing it. What's up, brother? Good to see you. The workers want to just be dignified. We want to be respected at the CTA. That's all we want. But we don't get that. They're always barking at us, talking down to us, threatening us. They're terrorizing us, and they're making work unbearable for most of us. They got everybody scared. What kind of workplace is that where the employees are scared? Can scared employees be productive? Ask yourself that. You can't be. This is what they do to us every day. Every single day. And they tell us you should be happy you have a job. They should be happy that the CTA workers haven't just packed their bags and walked out for a day or two. I am not calling for that. But what I'm saying is, the management of the CTA does not respect us, does not appreciate us. They abuse us and punish us over and over again. And some people just can't take it. And so some quit, some snap, and do terrible things. And we have that. We have that. So today is kind of a sad, bittersweet day because here the union members of my local paid me 8 hours of pay to represent them, and the CTA mismanagement has removed me from the property so that I couldn't fellowship with them, help them, and look out for them. Right here at Kimball shop, on the maintenance side, the general manager. It's not good. I'm not going to mention names. They know who they are. But this is illegal. This is immoral. This is pathetic. The Chicago Transit Authority is falling down, disintegrating, dying. And the reason why is because the Chicago Transit Authority abuses the workers. They terrorize the workers. And I'm one voice as a union rep who's under fire from within my own union. Other officers are trying to remove me because I'm so passionate about my job and the job of my coworkers. I repair trains for a living. I used to be an operator of these trains. I was a flagman, a customer assistant. I've been around a little bit to know about the CTA and how hard my coworkers work to make the CTA what it is or what it needs to be. And the only thing that is getting in the way of the Chicago Transit Authority becoming a world-class transit agency is the management. That's the only thing. It's the management. They're brutal and ruthless, cold-blooded. Punish. And whenever we do good, they don't say a thing, except maybe thank you once in a while if you're lucky. You could get 20 different commendations in customer service at the CTA as a frontline worker. maybe a bus operator, a customer assistant, train operator. You do one little thing, you break one little rule, they throw the book at you. No mercy. Sometimes there is mercy, but they're always writing stuff on your record. I see it. Real sneaky people. And then when we get sick, they make us navigate this whole third-party administrator process. It's all kind of confusing, and then when it happens, we end up getting written up for falsification of records, falsification of documents, and then we get fired. The majority of the cases I deal with as a union rep at the CTA are not because workers mess up the equipment, get drunk, and fall out or something and cause an accident. The majority of it is because they got sick or they got hurt at work or at home, and they're unable to do their job while they're sick or injured. This is terrible. This is terrible. Well, I think I overstayed my welcome here at Kimball and Lawrence. It's nice to be able to be in the public where I don't be harassed by the CTA mismanagement and the police they keep sending. They sent like 15 police or something after me. I'm like, okay. Send the cops. I'll leave. But the CTA mismanagers, they're violating the law. They're violating labor law, and they're dealing with me. So I'm going to put unfair labor practice charges on the CTA for violating labor law. And they're going to keep doing it until the workers and the riders stand up and tell the CTA, shame on you. You need to stop doing the wrong thing. You need to start doing the right thing. Dorville Carter and all them people, they need accelerated discipline. That's what they call it for us. Accelerated discipline. Discipline. It's not discipline, it's punishment. Well, thank you for your time, and I hope that when you see that bus operator over there pick you up, thank him or her. And thank the mechanic that you won't see who maintained that bus. When you're on the trains, thank the operator and the customer assistant and the switchman. And thank the mechanics and the servicers and the janitors, the clerks, the instructors, the trackmen, people who repair the tracks. Everybody who works here, even the electricians, carpenters, painters, plumbers. We're all working hard for you, people of the city of Chicago. And all we're telling you, don't blame us for the CTA falling apart. You can blame the goddamn CTA mismanagement. Peace.